you can hear me now. I'm so sorry. I think there was an issue with my microphone. But thank you so much, first of all, for joining me today. Thank you so much for your time. And I would like to start with a bit of a presentation about who we are at Labster, and how we are helping universities and high schools and students and professors across the globe with their science lab, sessions with their teaching. So a bit of an introduction of or a background about ourselves. So we started back in 2013. Our co-founder, he was a PhD student at the University of Copenhagen, and he was in charge of lab, and that's when he identified that most of the students are not very confident when they come to the labs for the very first time. They don't know what to what to expect, what sort of experiments that they're doing, how to handle all these equipments, and all this information can be a bit overwhelming for the students. And that's when he started with Labster. Now, since 2013, we have grown rapidly to having over 150 simulations, around 200 simulations. Actually, we have recently added around 40 simulations with us. I'm just quickly checking if I am able to share the uh, screen. I hope you can see the screen. Yes. So yeah, like I mentioned, so since 2013, we have grown rapidly with over 200 simulations covering variety of disciplines. And especially since COVID outbreak, over 3 million students have used Labster in their courses. Next, so this is what we do. We cover lab safety protocol, and we even help students to react safely when something dangerous or hazardous situation happens in the lab environment. Additionally, we also cover learning standard lab protocols, which are covered in any typical physics, biology, and chemistry wet lab, in a virtual way or in a simulation environment. We also cover 3D interacting cellular and molecular visualization, which helps students to understand the theory, which underpins the practical work that they do in the lab. So just to give you a high-level summary, simulations could be a way to give students the ability to retry and repeat the experiment in a safe, cost-effective environment and on their own terms. Students can repeat the experiments as many times as they want, and they can take their sweet time to finish the experiments. So our simulations are designed to do following things. They decreases the knowledge gap, provides access to lab-based teachings without any constraints, and especially in the current situation, students can play the simulations from their computers. We utilize gamification to improve student engagement. This enables students to master skills through repetition and reinforcement, and it also improves conceptual understanding. Now, most of the professors, most of the teachers, they have been using Labster as a pre-lab exercise, or identifying certain labs where students are getting limited time with the equipments. Of course, this is a scenario that most of the times we face. They also use Labster along their teaching, current teaching methodology or teaching approach, as an addition to that. And it can also be used as homework exercise. So students are approaching the material from two different perspectives to reinforce the knowledge, to gain a deeper understanding of the subject. Now, next, I would like to show a little bit of an overview of how the lab looks like. Um, hmm, Yeah, so this is how the lab looks like. So like I mentioned that we have over 140 simulations. Each lab is built around a gamified case study. Yes, I hope you can see the video. So yeah, each lab is built around a gamified case study. Each virtual lab typically takes around 35 to 40 minutes to finish, and each simulation is built around a real life scenario which links or to a storyline that links the abstract theory with the topics or the real life scenario that they have. Students can repeat the experiments, as I mentioned, as many times as they want. And okay, let me see. And you as a teacher, you can analyze their performance with the integration that we do with the learning management system that your school provides. So mostly we integrate with most widely used learning management systems like Blackboard or Canvas or Moodle and so on. But if in case we do not integrate with certain elements that you already work with, in that case we also set you up with a Labster Direct platform. Again, this is a web-based platform, and then you can see the students' performance and analyze their performance from that platform. Lastly, I would like to show you a faculty resources page. I'll be more than happy to share this link with you if you're interested. One more thing before I go on to giving you demonstration of this page, that if you have any questions, any comments, or any specific request that that you would like me to share you with, please put it under chat box on your panel, and please put your questions over there, and we will take those questions right after my presentation. So we will keep last 10 to 15 minutes as question and answer session. Okay, so going back here again, uh, sharing. Okay, so here is the faculty resources page. Like I mentioned, I'll be happy to give you an access to this page. So this way you can try out our simulations by yourself. The access will be only for the faculty members, that is all for all the teachers. You can click anywhere. So all the simulations are listed under all these subject areas that we have. For example, for general biology, if I click here, this is how a window opens up, and these are all the simulations we have under general biology. Now, these simulations are segregated in two parts. First is the core simulation, and next is related simulations. So related simulations are the ones which are overlapping with other topics as well. For example, microbiology or microbiology, which could also be a part of general biology. So that's how we have listed all the simulations over here. And under core simulations, you have all these ones. When you take your mouse through that, you see the learning outcomes. Just to give you an overview, a quick overview for the teachers to see what that simulation contains. For example, if I click here on cellular respiration, it opens up in a new tab, as you can see. And yes, this is how the page looks like. When you click here on play simulation, you can play the simulation by yourself when I give you the access upon your request. And this is exactly how even students are going to see the simulation. Now, just for the interest of time, I will not be playing the simulation for you. Again, here we have lab manual. So this is an editable document which you can share with the students. And We have lab manual for each of the simulations, and this contains learning objectives, some theory, some techniques used in the lab, some diagrams, if there are any. Yes, and yeah, all this information. So this is a lab manual. And of course, like I mentioned, you can edit this document as per your protocol or the steps that you follow, and then you can share this with the students. Then we have lab report, and this again gives an overview of what that simulation contains or what students have learned from that simulations. So once they play the simulation, or even before them playing the simulation, they can go through this lab report and see, what are the topics that they have covered in that simulation. Here we have quiz question. So each simulation contains multiple choice questions. Now, this is a PDF file of all the multiple choice question that this particular simulation has. And of course, it has all the answers to it. And this is for the teachers because it contains the answers. Lastly, we have a theory page wherein students can click on these links, which are again associated with the simulation, and they can read more about cellular respiration in this case. More on that, we have more techniques in the lab associated with it, some learning objectives, some more theory, an overview and some screenshots just for you to have an overview here. And lastly, just to give you, how the lab looks like. So each lab we have it looks like an iPad. It's a lab pad, and under home button, students can see what are the next steps that they need to take in order to proceed. They can read more theory from here. They can see more pictures and videos from media. They can track their mission from here. They can track their progress, and they can track their scores from the multiple choice questions. Now here, like I mentioned, that every simulation is connected with a real life scenario. So so students know what are they learning and how they can apply that knowledge in a real life. There they have understood what the case is all about. Again, when they are in the lab, exactly the way they do it in a wet lab, they have to follow lab standard lab protocols, a lab safety protocol, and then only they are allowed to enter the lab. Now once they are in the lab, they have their workstation here. They are taking the readings, and they can see how their readings are being mapped here on the screen. They have all the equipments here. They can take their sweet time to finish the experiment. Here they can see how the 3D interacting cellular and molecular visualization looks like. Again, students are not watching it, as you can see. So students are actually performing each and every step in order to proceed. It has multiple choice questions, interactive dashboards. They have to fill in the information, and that's how they proceed. So again, we are making sure that it is well engaging for the students. It is interacting for them, and it is a gamified version, so it feels like they're playing a game. So it becomes a very interesting session for them as well. Okay, here they are inside of cell. They can see how the molecules are reacting, how it is interacting, and so on. Sorry, I'm just fast forwarding it a bit just for the interest of time. But please reach out to us through chat window over here, or through email, and we'll be happy to schedule a meeting with you and to give you more in detail about each of our simulations. Like I mentioned, happy to give you the access as well, and happy to understand your requirement more in detail. And yeah, that's about it. That's how the simulation looks like, and that's all I had for the presentation today. If you have any questions, please feel free to drop it in the chat box. Okay, I can see some questions here. Sajid is asking, is it available in different languages? How does it work with VR? So we are working on different languages. So for now, we have a priority of certain languages that we are working on, such as German, Italian, Spanish. So we are planning to launch our simulations in these languages. I cannot for right now can't give you the timeline around it. But yeah, these are some of the languages that we are focusing on. And with VR, currently it doesn't work with VR. We actually, you can play the simulation from the desktops or your laptops right now. VR is not available, unfortunately. We are also launching our simulation in a mobile version. We are testing it in Indian market for now, but we'll be launching that globally as well sometime soon. Um, Igor is asking if the questions can be edited or changed. Right now, we do not have that facility. So we have the questions that you see it over here. Um, and yeah, it cannot be edited. But this is something that we are also working on then, and this is something that we'll be launching soon as well. We have been getting these kind of requests quite a few times when we talk to the professors. And yes, this is something that we are considering for sure. Is the Nasreen, hi Nasreen, is the account of students is different from the account of teacher? So for now, when I give you the access, um, these are all the simulations, the ones that you see it here. Even students are going to see it in an exactly same way. Now, when we do the integration or when we give access to the students, so students can see all the simulations, or you as a teacher, because teachers will also have a dashboard, so you as a teacher can control how many simulations students can see, what which exactly are the simulations that students can see, and then they can play the simulation, and their data can be all their performance data can be seen from on teachers dashboard. So there is not much of a difference for teachers, what teachers can see and what students can see. Of course, we have two different dashboards. So we have a student access dashboard, and then we have teachers dashboard. So students can play the simulation, and then teachers have their own dashboard wherein they can log in with their username and password and see students performance. I hope I have answered that question correctly. Okay, perfect. Any other questions, if anyone else has? I'm just going to. I remember Nasreen actually wanted to see if there are some simulations in genetics or microbiology. So I'm just clicking here on microbiology, and these are all the simulations. At least the titles you can see. I hope Nasreen. So these are all the titles we have in microbiology, and some related simulations to it. And for genetics over here, and these are certain simulations in genetics that we have. Igor is asking, can we see what is inside the simulation about action potential? Oh, um, inside simulation about action potential. So I'm not 100% sure where do you see action potential. Oh, yes, over here. So I'm just clicking here for you, Igor. Um, yeah, so we have the same page like play simulation, lab manual and all. And here is the simulation. Just before I get into this, I have just few more questions before we end the webinar, because I have just 8 minutes before closing down the webinar. So I'm just going to see if there are any other questions. Yes, Nasreen, it is molecular biology. Okay, thank you. Okay, so I am just clicking here. But Igor, if I don't get enough time to show you all the details here, please feel free to drop us. Welcome to the Action Potential Lab. Drop us an email, and I'll be more than happy to show you in detail, not only about action potential, but any other specific requirements that you may have. Okay. So again, like you see here, yeah, here is the lab. Again, they are following the lab protocols. Okay. I'm just forwarding it a bit so that you get a bit of an idea about, what are the equipments that they're using. A bit more. Some case information. Some calculations that they can do. So as you can see that there is a calculator, a virtual calculator for the students. So they can do their own calculations. Okay. This is a multiple choice question. Now each multiple choice question has got 10 points. And every time they repeat the questions, 2 points gets deducted. And again, every time they try to answer it, if they answer it incorrectly, then they have to read the theory, view theory from here, and try to answer it again. And this way, again, we are making sure that that they are reading the theory, they are understanding the concepts, and that's how they are answering it, and they're not just selecting any random options. Okay. And students, like you see that each and every step has been given to them, so that they can follow the protocol, or they can follow each step. Sometimes, I mean, these days, especially in these times, the professors, they come to us and then they say that because all these lab sessions are happening virtually, they are showing the videos to the students, and students are watching it from their computer, but the professors, they do not exactly know if the students are really watching those videos, because their cameras are off, they're on mute. So it's a challenge for them to see if students are really understanding the concepts or not. So this way, at least teachers can see their performance, see how much time that they have taken to finish the experiment, at what time they have started the experiment, and how many times that they have repeated the experiment. All that details you will get as a part of teacher's dashboard. And then you can see, for example, as a pre-lab exercise or even as a homework assignment, even before students enter the lab, with these, if they play the simulations even before that, you know that how many students have taken, for example, more than expected time to finish the experiment. So this way, you know that maybe some of the students are facing some challenges with a specific topic, and then you can emphasize on that topic when you're teaching in a classroom or in a wet lab. So this is how you get to know that at what stage each and every student is, and then you can bring them onto the same platform. As you can see, there is another 3D interactive visualization. I'm just quickly checking for molecular biology here for Nasreen, if you want to check it out quickly. These are some of the titles. Some of the related simulations. Yeah, so we are almost at the end of our webinar. I would like to thank you, all of you, for joining me today. Like I mentioned, please reach out to me or any one of us here at Labster, and we will be more than happy to help you with any questions that you have and give you the free trial access as well, so that you have access to all the simulations. Um, Yes. So thank you and have a nice rest of the day.